So we're going to start our discussion of quadratic equations with parabolas. And it's good to kind of start with something that's familiar, right? Because you've seen these parabolas before. It's what the graph of a quadratic equation looks like. What we're going to do here is we're going to start with a geometric description. And then we're going to use formulas and coordinates and stuff that we already know to turn that geometric description into an algebra description, into an equation. And in the process, we're going to pick up some additional information about this parabola. For example, where its focal point is. All right, so here's where we're going to start. I have my geometry definition. And like most geometry definitions, it's concerned with points. Right? So a parabola is the set of all points that are the same distance from a fixed point as they are from a fixed line. And these parts have names. The fixed point is called the focus, and the fixed line is called the directrix. And a few more definitions. These conic sections, they're all going to have a whole bunch of definitions associated with them that let us describe all the different parts. So the line through the focus and perpendicular to the directrix is called the axis of symmetry. You see, we now have a precise definition of the vertex, which you've also probably heard of already. The vertex is where the axis of symmetry crosses the parabola itself. All right. Now we've got all these bits and pieces. All right, so let's see how we can come up with an equation. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to find the equation of the parabola whose vertex is at the origin and whose focus is at a comma 0. So I'm going to go over a, up 0, and I'm going to get this point. I may have said vertex right there. If I did, I meant focus. Okay. So let's see. To do this, I'm going to have to rely on my definition. Right? My definition says this is going to be the locus of points where if I pick any point on the parabola and I find the distance from there down to this point, and I find the distance to the directrix. Okay, so let me add that to my graph. That's a line. It's going to be here. Right, that's my directrix. This distance here has to equal this distance here. Right, now you notice, okay, first, obviously my graph is not very much to scale, but that's the general idea. Now, you notice I made a big assumption here. I assumed that the vertex was at the origin. We might need it to be somewhere else, right? And that's fine, because this is a technique that I'm going to use throughout this whole discussion of conic sections. I'm going to start with an assumption that makes my life easy, right? It's usually going to involve putting something on the vertex, the focus, the center, some point at the origin, right? Then what I'm going to do to get a more general equation, I'm just going to use transformations. I'm going to take my vertex and I'm going to transform it horizontally and then transform it vertically, and that'll get me a general equation. Okay, so how am I going to get my equation here? Well, first, let's see, a couple of things I want you to notice here. All right, this distance is A. Okay, now the vertex is a point that's going to be on the parabola, which means the distance from the vertex to the focal point and the distance from the vertex to the directrix have to be the same. All right, so this distance is also going to be A, which means this distance here is A, and this distance here is X. Okay, excellent. That's great, because that means that this whole distance here is A plus X. Okay, so A plus X, let's start with that. A plus X has to equal this distance. Sorry, I kind of left something out there. Let's call the coordinates of this point X comma Y. right? That's where the x came from. I'm just using our usual generic x, y coordinates. Okay, so what is that distance? Well, for that distance, I'm going to have to use the distance formula, right? The distance formula says that distance is x minus a squared plus y minus 0 squared, and it's the square root of that whole thing. Okay, well, I mean, that's a start, I guess. It's a bit of a mess, but so let's see. How can I clean this up? Well, first, let's square both sides, right? If I multiply the left side out, this is x squared plus 2ax plus a squared. And the right side, the square root and the square, they go away. So this is x minus a squared plus y squared. Okay, well, let's multiply out that x minus a squared. So the left side will stay x squared plus 2ax plus a squared, and the right side is x squared minus 2ax plus a squared, still plus that y squared. Okay, now like this is nice, right? Good stuff is happening here. I can subtract x squared from both sides, and the x squareds cancel. I can subtract a squared from both sides, and the a squareds cancel. And now I'm going to add 2ax to both sides. These two cancel, and all that's left is 4ax equals y squared. Or we usually put the y first, right? So let me make this y squared equals 4ax, right? And that is the equation of my sideways parabola. Notice this is different from the parabolas you're used to, right? Instead of being kind of opening up or opening down, okay, now I've got it opening to the right. And that's what the equation looks like, right? And in fact, I'm gonna leave it that way. This is gonna be our general form, right? And what I really want you to focus on here, because it's gonna be important as we continue on here, is this 4a, right? A big part of the questions that I'm going to ask is going to involve needing to find that a value, right? So, as a matter of fact, let's take a look at an example. Say I've got this thing here, right? I want to describe the parabola given by this equation. Okay, well, what do I mean by that? When I say describe the parabola, I mean give all of the relevant parts, right? I want to know what are the coordinates of the vertex. I want to know what are the coordinates of the focus or the focal points, and I want to know what is the equation of the directrix. Well, if you look back at your notes, right, all of those things are highly dependent on that value a. Okay, the vertex we get for free. Remember, our equation was based on the idea that the vertex is at the origin. Okay, so the vertex is still 0, 0. All right, so what I need to do, I need to manipulate this a little bit so that this looks like y squared equals 4ax. Then I've got that a value, and once I have that a value, I can answer all of the other questions. Right? Well, if I make this y squared equals 4 times 3x, you can see that for this parabola, a is equal to 3. Okay, now anytime I'm doing any of these conic section questions, at this point, I always sketch a graph, right? Because the graph really helps me to see, am I going to the left or the right or up or down, right? So I know that this is a right opening parabola with a vertex at the origin. And a is 3. Well, remember, the focal point is 3 units in. So that's my focal point over 3 up 0. Remember, the directrix is 3 units out. So that's where my directrix is, and the equation of that line is x equals -3. And there's my directrix. Those are the 3 points I needed. That answers the question of how can I describe the various properties of this parabola. Okay. Now, if you're looking at that kind of the next obvious question to ask is, well, what about parabolas that open in other directions? What about parabolas that open to the left or the up or down that we're used to? Okay. I've got 4 different equations here, and I know at this point people start to think, oh, good Lord, I've got to memorize 4 equations. No, you really don't. Okay? Just remember this one. This is the one we just did, right? This is opens right. If you can remember this one, you're really 90% home free. Look at this one over here. Right? What did I do? What's the difference between these two? The difference between these two is this right-hand side is multiplied by -1. Okay, think about your transformations. If you replace the x with minus x in an equation, what does it do? Well, hopefully you remember back to your pre-calc or college algebra class. That is a reflection across the y-axis. So if you take this parabola and you reflect it across the y-axis, you get this parabola. So this equation is a parabola that opens left. Okay, now come down here to the other two. You notice what I did here. I switched who got the exponent, right? This one here is x squared instead of y squared. Well, these are the parabolas you're already used to. This is a parabola that opens up, and over here, you notice what I did again, right? Now I put a minus in front of the y. And you remember, again, think about your transformations. Putting a minus in front of the y reflects it across the x-axis, which means it goes from being this to being this. So this is a parabola that opens down. Okay, now we've got our equation, right? We know how to determine direction, right? In the next lecture, we're going to look at a bunch of examples, right? We're going to look at how to get these parts from an equation so that you can answer this question for parabolas going in different directions. We're going to look at how to take information about the parabola and get the equation, right, kind of going in the other direction. And then finally, we're going to see what we have to do to move that vertex off of the origin.